They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Baxter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Looking for a block. It's Carr. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a crease to the left. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That didn't bust for a long time. Now, 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Allen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Looking for room, it's Baxter. Really nice run there, good solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
The Tigers are marching down the field. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse. Off he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Running back searching for a hole. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, Clemson 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Hurricanes get it past the sticks.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He's looking for a man on second down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They go to the ground, and the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback will audible. He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Canes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A low-line drive and not his best work. And that did not help the cause as the punt is marked dead just inside their own 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Easy. They'll give it to the back. Discards a man. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He lets it fly. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws for the tight end. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going up top. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, David, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging in the primary. He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And how about this defense? Really answering the challenge so far today. This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll bring it back. It's Williams. Touchdown, Tigers! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play?
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. What a terrible, terrible shame. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Here's the give off the left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, the sweet feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers to football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
With the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UNLV proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Rebels team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put...
Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's Baxter. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year, we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
And the Tigers have this offense rolling. The give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
This defense knew coming into this one they were going to have their hands full trying to slow down this athletic quarterback. That time, they had their eyes in the wrong place. Quarterback got to the perimeter on the right, and it was just too late. Big gainer for the O.
They'll go to the ground. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Let's go!
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 31, Miami 21.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
42 Spider.
Running back goes in motion. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Got the big paws on him, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got him, and they convert. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Listen, you got to be able to know. And what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you do it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. Hit as he throws. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the... Lets it fly! And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Going deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them.